Imagine you're walking through a crowded airport terminal. You haven't looked at a single camera. You haven't pulled out your passport. You haven't even spoken a word. Yet, somewhere in a windowless room miles away, a screen has already flashed green. They know your name, your bank balance, and exactly where you slept last night. You think you're invisible because you're wearing a mask and a hoodie, but you've already given yourself away. You did it the moment you took your first step onto the pavement. There is a rhythm to your existence that you cannot see, a biological signature more unique than a fingerprint and more permanent than a face. It's called your gait, and in the next 7 seconds, it's going to tell the world everything you're trying to hide. We spend our lives worrying about what we reveal online, deleting search histories and covering webcams, but we forget that our bodies are constantly broadcasting data into the physical world. Every time you shift your weight, every time your heel strikes the ground, you are signing your name in the air. This isn't science fiction. It's a silent, invisible net that has been cast over our cities, and most of us walked right into it years ago without ever realizing the trap was set. Before we go deeper into the architecture of this invisible prison, take a moment to look at the person next to you, or perhaps your own reflection. Ask yourself, how much of you is actually under your control? If you find these deep dives into the hidden mechanics of our world vital, consider joining our community by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. It helps us keep the lights on in this corner of the internet, where we question everything. The year was 2018 when the public first got a glimpse of how far this had gone. Reports began surfacing from high-security zones where traditional facial recognition was failing due to lighting or distance. The solution wasn't better cameras. It was a shift in perspective. Instead of looking at the face, which can be disguised with a simple pair of glasses or a surgical mask, the software began looking at the skeleton. It looked at the angle of the knee, the swing of the arm, and the slight, involuntary tilt of the head. Within 7 seconds of movement, the algorithm could map a human being with 99% accuracy. They realized that while you can fake a smile, you cannot fake the way your bones move against each other. Think about the way you walk when you're tired. Now think about how you walk when you're looking for someone. There is a subtle shift in your center of gravity. To a human observer, it's a mood. To a neural network, it's a data point. This technology, known as gait recognition, has become the crown jewel of the surveillance state because it operates at a distance where you feel safe. You feel anonymous when you're 300 feet away from a lens. But that's exactly where the system is, at its most lethal. It watches the silhouette. It watches the ghost of your movement. There's a disturbing case from a few years ago involving a whistleblower who believed he had successfully vanished. He had changed his hair, his clothes, and even had minor cosmetic surgery to alter the shape of his jawline. He moved to a city where he had no ties. He was a shadow. But one afternoon, while crossing a mundane street in a busy shopping district, he was tapped on the shoulder. They didn't recognize his face. They recognized the way his left hip dipped slightly lower than his right, a remnant of a childhood injury he had forgotten he even had. The machine remembered what he had tried to erase. It's stories like these that make you realize the spy world isn't just about gadgets. It's about the terrifying precision of human biology used against itself. If this thought makes your skin crawl, share this video with someone who thinks their privacy is still intact. Let's see if we can wake a few more people up. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think there is any way to truly disappear in the 21st century, or is the concept of a secret officially dead? The psychological weight of being known through your movement creates a specific kind of anxiety. It's a feeling of being naked in public while fully clothed. We are entering an era of behavioral biometrics where your very heartbeat, transmitted through your smartwatch or even through micro-vibrations in your clothing detected by lasers, becomes a tracking beacon. The 7-second window is just the beginning. It's the time it takes for the system to handshake with your identity. Once that connection is made, you are no longer a person. You are a moving coordinate on a digital map. The technology has moved out of the laboratory and into the streets of major metropolises. In some regions, it's used to predict intent. If the algorithm detects a certain nervousness in your gait, a stutter in your step, or a specific pattern of pacing, it flags you to local authorities before you've even committed a crime. This is the pre-crime reality we were warned about. The mystery isn't if you're being watched. The mystery is who is currently categorizing your movements as suspicious. As we look at the footage of anonymous crowds, it's easy to feel a sense of nihilism. If your bones are snitching on you, what hope is there? But perhaps the real story here isn't the technology itself, but our willingness to trade our most intimate biological rhythms for the illusion of security. We walk faster, we look down at our phones, we try to blend in, not realizing that the very act of trying to blend in creates a distinct behavioral pattern that the machines find easy to track. Imagine a world where your credit score drops because you walked into a certain type of store too many times. Or your insurance premium rises because the Gait analysis software detected a slight tremor in your hand that suggests an onset of a neurological condition you don't even know you have yet. This is the dark side of the 7-second window. It's not just about who you are, but what you are becoming. The data is being harvested, stored, and sold, and we are providing the fuel every time we step out our front doors. The manipulation goes deeper than just tracking. Once they understand your physical rhythm, they can influence it. Have you ever noticed how the music in a grocery store or the lighting in a mall seems to dictate your pace? By analyzing your gait in real time, environments can be subtly altered to make you linger longer or move faster toward a specific sale. It is a form of silent architectural coercion. You think you're deciding to turn left because of a whim, but your body was already being guided by 1,000 invisible nudges. As we reach the final layers of this psychological landscape, we must confront the most disturbing possibility: that there is no true self left to hide. If our movements are predictable, if our reactions are mapped, and if our secrets are etched into our skeletons, then the concept of individuality starts to dissolve. We become predictable biological machines. This is the haunting reality of the world we've built. We wanted to be connected, but we didn't realize that connection meant being pinned down like a butterfly in a collection. As the sun sets on the era of true anonymity, we have to ask ourselves, what is left of the human soul when every twitch and turn is quantified? We are the authors of a story we didn't know we were writing, typed out in the language of footsteps on cold concrete. The next time you're out for a walk, pay attention to your feet. Listen to the rhythm of your stride. Someone else already is, and they've already decided exactly who you are. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, keep watching the shadows. Because in this world, the shadows are the only things that don't have a signature yet.